Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I would like to do this video for you guys today. This is a Planeswalker review video for Sorin, the Ravenous Neonate. And before we get any further into the video, we want to make sure we thank Webcore. Webcore has been just incredible to us, very nice to us. And they've given this one here so that way we can do these videos and, kind of let you guys know what's going on so you guys can make an informed decision on if you guys want this one or not. Okay, so again, thank you Webcore, you guys are awesome as always. Okay, so let's get into this Planeswalker review. The first thing that you'll notice as you look at your screen, you'll see 96 for the health. Now you're thinking that's kind of low, and I'd agree, that's a little low. A lot of times you want 110 or 115, 120, something like that. If you don't have a higher one, you're going to have to play to this, and this is definitely a weakness for this Planeswalker. You're going to have to play a lot of good defense, you're going to have to play a lot of life gain, and that's pretty much the only way that you're going to be able to compete with some of these more powerful decks that are out there. So 96, a little low. Let's take a look here at these mana bonuses. These mana bonuses are kind of cool, right? We got +3 for the white, +4 for the black, +1 for the red, and +2 for the green. These are really good. Some players, they want a nice even spread, kind of like this. Some players like to use like the Sunken Citadel to kind of boost all of them, and that's a good way you can play with this one. Some other players like to go with 1 or 2 that are on the higher side, so that kind of helps them with some speed things that need to happen, and that's another way that you can play this one. So it's a really good thing that you can kind of do both here. Now before we get into the abilities, let's look at this passive ability, Vampiric Extortion. At the beginning of your turn, if you control a simple or vampire token, your opponent loses 1 life and you gain 3 life. So that's an interesting one. You can kind of see how it works when I read these things here to you. Alright, for 12, Mysterious Invitation. Create 5 food tokens, and if you control 2 or less creature cards, gain control of target opposing creature. Then that creature gets stun counter 1. So I think this is a good one. It's going to help you to play defense, obviously, because it's going to steal creatures from your opponent. But I think the power of this ability is this food token thing here. What I would do is I would use this with cards that allow you to gain a certain bonus or a buff maybe with the Collect Evidence feature. Collect Evidence is a really good one to use with this first one because these food tokens will count as evidence. I'd use obviously something like 10th District Hero. That one will give you a nice creature token that has shield counters that will be given to the other creatures that you have. You can get one of those if you destroy a food token in the beginning of your turn and at the end of your turn, and of course you'll be able to do that. I also like Urgent Necrosby here with this. Urgent Necrosby is a really good one. Basically you destroy 1 creature that your opponent has, and then if you collect evidence, as you will over here, you can destroy pretty much everything else, and that's really cool. I do like that. Okay, so let's take a look here. The second one for 12, Nocturnal Buffet. This is an interesting one too. I think you can build entire decks around this one here. It says create a Faithful Servant token, and this is the Faithful Servant token. It says at the beginning of the combat on your turn, your vampire creatures get +X until the beginning of your next turn. X is the amount of life that you gain on this turn. And of course it helps you, if you use this, you get these vampire tokens. And I would say that the strength of this ability here is this first token that you're able to make, these Faithful Servant tokens. What you're going to want to do is just gain a ton of life before the attack and combat phase of your turn, and that life obviously is going to be turned into a great big buff. And then, I think that's going to help you. That's going to do a lot of good things for you. What I would do is I would build decks around this and probably go with a card like Galta and Mavrin and kind of combo that with Wisp Drinker Vampire. Wisp Drinker Vampire is obviously a vampire. Galta Mavrin is obviously another vampire. You're going to be able to throw a ton of creatures into play. You're going to gain a ton of life, and it's going to help you with this buff here. So that's a good combo to look out for. I do that with this one here. Now here's the last one, Feeding the Soul. This one's got 10 for the price. That's kind of interesting because a lot of times the cheapest ones like this one will be at the top. This one it's not so much so, but this is also a very good one here. Right, Feeding the Soul. Opposing creatures gain imminent death, destroy all simple tokens, then gain X life. X is the number of food tokens that you destroyed this turn. This one is the cheapest one, as I mentioned, and I would just say that you can use this one with anything that benefits you whenever you destroy, like artifacts or supports, or even, you know, simple tokens. And I think one of the really good ones that you'll see for the video is the Tarian Soul Cleaver, and I've put that in a couple of other videos recently, and I think it's one that's going to be great here. You get a buff every time your artifacts are destroyed, and all your simple tokens obviously are artifacts. And yeah, you're going to be able to gain a ton of buffs there. So let's take a look at this championship level deck that I built for this one here. This one is called Feast on the World, and what I really like about this one is that you can make a ton of food tokens. In fact, you're going to fill the entire board with food tokens if you play this one correctly. And the way you're going to do that is with this one here, Giome the Master Chef, right? It says when a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you make 2 food tokens. Now, obviously, I'm going to use this one here. It says when this creature deals combat damage to your opponent's planeswalker, create X Phyrexian Might tokens. How many ever of those tokens you make is equivalent to the amount of power that this guy has. So you're going to attack. He's going to make these Phyrexian Might tokens. This is what the Phyrexian Might is. The important part to know is that it's a creature. So you'll be putting a lot of those creatures into play. And when creatures come into play, you make these food tokens, right? So you're going to be loading a ton of food tokens. What we're going to try to do is put Tarian Soul Cleaver down as well and destroy those food tokens. And when we destroy those food tokens and pretty much all the tokens that are on the board, you're going to get a really big buff for Rhea Ivor. And that's really what we're going to try to do. We got some other things, assemble the players, Kyla's reconstruction. Those ones, it really just helps you pull the combo here, the 3-card combo. Okay, so that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Let's take a look at some game footage and see what we got. I really hope that we'll see the combo. It's our 3-card combo, the Tarian Soul Cleaver, our Giome, and our Rhea Ivor. We're gonna hope to see if we can get that going. Looks like we got Rhea Ivor out and the Tarian Soul Cleaver. Well, we got them in hand, so that's going to be great. Got some match 5s going. Oh, that's really cool. Got another match 5 here on the bottom as well. Awesome, awesome stuff. Alright, so it's cool. We're looking good. What I'm hoping to do now is destroy those gems that I just created. These gold ones here. Probably not going to be able to do anything like that at this point, so I'll tell you what, we'll move this and we'll see if we can get, yeah, there we go, we got ourselves full on the top. Oh wow, that's a good move. Opponent destroyed our creature. That's gonna hurt. Alright, the flats. Alright, Forlorn Flats. That's a nice one. Obviously we want to make sure that we have some cards that are going to give us the ability to speed things up, and you know, we'll do that with the mana conversion or the gem conversion there. Opponent discards 2 cards. I don't have 2 cards. That's interesting. Assemble the players. That's great. Okay, we needed to assemble the players. That's a really good one. That's going to help us to make sure that we get those creatures that we want, right? We got to get those creatures. It's that 2-card combo that we're missing now out of the 3-card combo. That's Rhea Ivor is what we need, and Giome is the other one. We already at this point have the Tarian Soul Cleaver out. Okay. Assemble the players. We have Giome in hand. This is actually turning out quite nice for the viewers here, you guys out there. What I'm thinking is we're going to be able to play Giome on the next turn, and we have these Rhea Ivors that are in the deck. That's probably going to come out as well. Let's see if I'm correct. Yep, Rhea Ivor. And okay, Duretti's a nice one too. Alright, we're looking alright here. Giome is out. And there we go. Alright, cool stuff. We're making moves. We're moving the cards, we have our ability to play the combo. That's cool. At this point, we're gonna see what we can do. We're gonna be able to put a couple more creatures out, so that's gonna be great. I would like to attack and make some more of those Phyrexian Mites. That's gonna be good. I'm hoping that we have a lot of loyalty points here, because if we have a lot of loyalty points, this is going to be over way quicker than I thought it would be. So that's really great. Rhea Ivor again, that's awesome. Okay, I think we know what we're gonna do here. I think this one is over. What we're gonna do is we're gonna attack, and then when we attack, we're gonna put up a ton of these Phyrexian mites, right? That's gonna basically almost fill the entire board full of these food tokens, and that's really what we want to do on this turn. Fill the entire board with as many of those food tokens as we can. The next turn, what we'll try to do is we'll try to pop his third ability. That's going to destroy all of these food tokens that we have. That's going to give us a nice big buff here for our Rhea Ivor. And then we're going to basically attack, make more food tokens, make more of these mites, probably win the game next turn. We'll see. Yeah, there we go. We're making a ton of these food tokens. That's really awesome. And there's Giome attacking. Okay, great. Let's see what the opponent does this turn. This is an important turn for him because he's going to have to basically counter what we're about to finish him off with. And as you can see right there, they've taken out a couple of those food tokens. And when they destroy those food tokens, we're getting a big buff from our Torion Soul Cleaver. There we go. Another little cascade helps us out again. And we're stopping those creatures. That's cool. Okay, there we go. Alright, so at this point, we're just going to hit that ability, that third ability, and pop it right there. That's going to destroy the rest of all of these food tokens down here. Hopefully we're going to get up to 100. That'd be really cool. And what you'll notice is when we attack, we're going to be able to make more of these Phyrexian mites, which is going to, of course, produce a whole ton more of these food tokens. And once we get those food tokens out, yeah, this is basically over. If the opponent has any life left whatsoever, we're going to pop that third ability again and smash all the food tokens. I think the max that you can get is 49 food tokens. Whatever we have here, we're going to pop all of them and then win the game. Actually, it looks like we're going to win the game on this turn. This is really cool. Guys, this is it. I'm going to say the sign off now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, share with all your friends. That really helps the channel. And yeah, that's it. Good gaming, guys.